This video is made possible by the lovely people over on my Patreon. If you're interested in supporting the channel or you want to get your hands on some awesome high quality STLs, then please visit patreon.com/Will at Heroic Studios. Have you guys ever wondered how to get your prints looking like this? Maybe you're using a basic clear resin and you're coating your prints with it, but you're getting that tacky kind of surface feel. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you get the best surface finish using something cool I found on Amazon. What's going on, guys? Will at Heroic Studios. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a very quick video. Now, if you guys have been a part of my channel, you might have seen this video here where I'm talking about adding an extra gloss of resin to your resin prints to give it a more clear kind of jewel-like surface to it. Well, I have gone down the Amazon rabbit hole of all 3D printing material accessories, and I found this really neat stuff from Sunlu that give your prints an actual nice surface to it without having to worry about the tackiness and the stickiness that comes with it. Actually, correction, I didn't find it. My wife found it because she spends hours upon hours on Amazon and she looks for stuff like this. So thank you, wife, for bringing this to me so I can give this to you. So I guess everyone say thank you, I suppose. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to take you to like what this stuff is, what it does, and how it looks on your print. So consider this sort of like a follow-up to that last video that I did before. So this is kind of an improvement. This is kind of the stuff that I've been looking for, and I hope you guys do take advantage of what it is that Sunlu is offering. And it's not too expensive either, and I'll get into the price point later on in the video. But now let's get into what I did and how you use this stuff and how your prints will come out after you're done messing with this stuff. It's gonna be so cool. Let's get into it. So the Sunlu coating resin is actually pretty neat. It comes with 3 distinct colors. First, you have this Twinkie Gold. I think they meant to say Twinkling Gold, which is basically gold glitter in it. Same with the Twinkling Silver, has silver glitter in it. And then, of course, you have the usual, hang on, let me dig for it really quick. The usual clear that everyone is pretty much trying to get their hands on. This makes the figure look like it's an actual jewel. So for my first test, I decided to do it on this Umbreon that I got from my Poke Prints. I did it in a black solid resin, and I wanted to see how the Twinkling Gold would actually look on it. Now, this stuff comes with a brush already attached to the lid, so you don't have to go ahead and get a sponge brush or a paintbrush. Just make sure you're wearing gloves, you have a silicone mat below your figure, and make sure you go ahead and you distribute this resin coating evenly across your figurine. Sorry if I leave the camera a little bit, I got really into it, but make sure you are distributing this evenly across your figure. You don't want any splotches, you don't want any droops or anything like that. Once you're done with it, go ahead, throw it in your wash and cure station for about maybe 2.5 minutes. Doesn't really take very long. And then when it's done, go ahead and take it out and see how it looks. Now, the glitter in this one makes it look really cool, like a Galaxy Umbreon. Got the stars and stuff in it, and it being a dark type Pokemon kind of gives it a little bit more of an edge sort of look. So this thing looks really cool. So I'm very, very impressed with how this came out. Next up, I wanted to do this Matang and Beldum prints that I got from my Poke Prints. I wanted to do it with a clear just to see if I can make it get that icy kind of color. Now, the resin that I used for this was the Anycubic Clear, and as most of you know, that's not a very good resin. So I did my best. I went ahead and I just coated the Beldum, and you can see here, it looks really good getting coated with that clear. Next up, I did the Matang and did as much of the body as I could. Now, the bigger the body, the more glooping and like sloshing you're going to get with this resin. So you gotta make sure that you are evenly distributing this stuff across the print. Otherwise, when you cure it, it's gonna not look even and it's gonna look really bad. So make sure you are getting an even distribution of this resin across. Kind of use a really small amount, conservative amount of resin, so you don't go ahead and have these drops and drips that's going to be cured onto the print. You don't want that. So make sure you get in every nook and cranny. Make sure you are stroking it nice and long. I just realized what I said when I said it. Disregard that. And make sure that you are doing it. So after, of course, that I went ahead and put it in my wash and cure station for about 2 minutes there, and then when it came out, I went ahead and took a look at it. Like I said, the resin on this stuff was already starting to yellow, so you can kind of see that it didn't really work out too well, but the clearness is there and it looks okay, but I wanted to go further and do something else. That's so satisfying. So for my next trick, I wanted to use these rupees that I printed some time ago, and I wanted to use each color of this resin coating, the clear for the green, the twinkling gold for the, I think that's a purple rupee, and a twinkling silver for the blue. Please remember that when you're using this stuff, you need to make sure that you are using a conservative amount of this stuff, because it does build up on your model and you don't want this stuff to show when you cure it. You don't want any drips, you don't want any gloops, you don't want any blobs. Make sure you are taking your time and you're evenly distributing this stuff across the surface of your print. Now, because I'm using a rupee, I am doing the top half first. I'm going to cure that top half, return to the bottom half, do that, and then cure the bottom half. That way, when you are curing this in your wash and cure station, this stuff does not cure to your plate in your station, because it is very, very, very hard to take off, okay? So make sure you are taking your time, make sure you are evenly distributing the stuff the way that you see fit, and you're not having any globs, any blobs, nothing like that across your model. Make sure you do take your time and of course have fun with it. So let me finish up these rupees and I will show you exactly how they came out. Now let's see how these rupees actually came out. Here's my green one that I used the clear resin on, and it looks probably the best out of all of these. It looks like an actual jewel when you hold it up to the light, and I love how this thing looks. Now there are some little bit of blobs and gloops on it, but I don't really care about that. Here's the purple one, and this one I did use a twinkling gold on it. You can't really see it because this is a darker clear resin, so I'm gonna see if I can do my best. There it is, a little bit. Not the best. Make sure you do take your time with that stroking, because you can see a lot of globs and stuff on that print. And next is the blue. Now this one I used twinkling silver on it. Again, you can't really see any of the glitter, but you can see that this thing is super clear. Again, this does have some globs and bloops on it, but you know, take your time with that process, folks, and you'll get this right every time. So, $1 million question, can you pick these up without gloves? The answer is yes. There is no tackiness, the surface is cured, you don't have to worry about getting any of this on your hands. Just make sure you do properly cure them before you are picking this up. So that was my biggest kind of selling point on this stuff. It is great. Pretty simple stuff, man. I love this stuff so much. I think I've used it quite a bit before actually making this video, and it's like finally getting that clear coat surface that everyone has been looking for. I know when I first started resin printing, my prints came out cloudy. I wanted that jewel-like surface like it's advertised. You don't really get that, and it kind of sucks. You can use it with regular clear resin, but you do get the tacky surface, and it kind of, you know, you don't want to touch that with your hands if you're unsure about the surface. But this stuff here actually cures perfectly and evenly to where you can pick it up in your hands and you don't have a tacky, sticky surface to it, and I love that about it. This stuff was about $10 on Amazon for all 8 bottles. Now you cannot beat that, and this stuff is going to last you a while if you use it conservatively, just like I've stated in the video. So you can put it on any kind of print that you have. Preferably you want to use some type of translucent stuff to kind of get that clearness with it, but other than that, go ahead and do whatever you want. It is actually a lot of fun. Well, that's going to do it for me. This video is done. Special shout out to my patrons right here. If you guys want to help support the channel and get some awesome STLs, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Will at Heroic Studios. I'm signing off right now, and I'll see you guys next time with another awesome video. Take care.